What's up, guys? Your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be going over how good is Arthur. Now, before we get into the video, quick fun fact, right? What was it? Couple days ago, right? On Monday, actually. On Monday, I got me an SSR ticket, and funny enough, I pulled Green Elizabeth, which you can see right here. I pulled Green Elizabeth with my SSR ticket on Monday. I also pulled a Jericho Duke from the one gym summon, so, you know, whatever. But anyways, yesterday, I completed Chapter 7, and you actually get an SSR ticket for beating Chapter 7. I pulled Blue Elizabeth from that summon, which is kind of crazy, because it's like, yo, like, what are the chances, out of all the units in the game, what are the chances of me pulling two units that I don't have back-to-back, right? Pretty low. But anyways, Arthur's the only unit I'm missing now. I don't really care to get, like, I don't care to, like, fish for him. I'll get him eventually, just like I've gotten everybody else eventually. So, yeah, nothing crazy. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about Arthur. Let's go ahead and talk about everything he can do. So anyways, Arthur is a red type, if you guys do not know. So the thing about that is, Arthur, is type neutral to Helbram, type disadvantage to King. And I say those two units specifically. And he has type advantage to Elaine. But anyways, I say those specifically because of what he does. Now, if you guys don't know, Arthur's first skill. Let's talk about his first skill. Arthur's first skill does 220 on both 1 and 2 star card, and then 360 on his 3-star card. Seals enemy recovery skills with his second and third card. Now, his second card is for 1 turn, and his third card is for 2 turns. This counters King's healing card, right? So King can no longer use his heal if he puts this on him, right? Very good, pretty good damage. 200%, 220 at these two, and then 360 with this one, and with these two, it what's it called, right? It seals. So, pretty good right there. His second ability. Now, this is where it gets disgusting, right? This is like, this seems to be like an exact counter to King, like, completely. Both of King's cards get countered from this, right? So, anyways, cleanse all debuffs from all allies and grant a 20 or 30% increase, well, base stat increase and debuff immunity for 3 turns. Now, the thing about this is, right, his allies gain the buff at 2 and 3 stars. So right at 1 star, I think it's only to himself that gets the buff, but at 2 star and 3 star, the whole team gets the buff. But the thing about that is, right, if you guys don't know, Petrify counts as a debuff. So Arthur pretty much is stopping King from healing, stopping King from petrifying, and he's stopping Helbram from petrifying. Meanwhile, having type advantage to Elaine, so he completely counters the fairy team, so to speak. Now, this is all debuffs. It's not just petrify. So, obviously, Merlin's freeze, Bond snatch, Gother, what's it called? Gother attack seal. All of that gets stopped for, well, what is it? 2 to 3 turns, depending on if it's 2 or 3 star. Now, the thing about that is, right, Arthur, which this is kind of funny, right? Because Galen counters Gother, but Arthur works really well with Gother because Gother can get his rank up to 2 star, right? Because with a 1 star card, it's not going to work for the entire team. But with a 2 and 3 star card, it'll work for the entire team. So that's really good with Gother. So you can pair him with Gother or something like that, and he'd be a really, really good unit. Now, I don't know who your third person would be. I don't think he does that much damage, in my opinion. He's not necessarily a damage dealer. He's like a damage utility kind of person, right? But yeah, you could probably put him, Gother, and then maybe a damage dealer or a support. I don't know what you'd do. I'm not very crazy when it comes to team building. I don't really know all the specifics. I know some of the teams, but, you know, somebody's gonna make a crazy team with him, I can tell. Anyways, his ultimate, right, deals 560% damage to enemy, double crit rate. Okay, so you'd be building crit on him, actually. Okay. Will double crit rate? I don't know if you'd build crit, because it's crit rate, not crit damage. Nah, I don't think you'd do that. Anyways, going on to his passive. I don't think he has a fake combo right now. But anyways, going on to his passive, right? All human allies gain 15% HP related stats increase. So what this means, it's literally Elaine's passive. If you guys don't remember, Elaine's passive is the same thing, right? It's all fairies allies gain 15% HP related stat increase. Now what that means is lifesteal 15% up, right? Health recovery 15% up, healing 15% up, all of that. So pretty much all that stuff is 15% up. Now, I don't really know who is out here healing on the human team, because Elaine is a goddess. Both, like every Elaine is a goddess. I don't even think there's really any human healers. I mean, I guess not Dreyfus, Hendrickson, right? But you're not going to be using SR Hendrickson over the vast amount of other people that you could be using. I don't think there's any healers that are humans, so that's out of it. But I mean, this obviously applies to lifesteal, so if you put lifesteal on somebody, that's going to be really good. I guess Bond counts as a human, so his lifesteal percentage is going to be up as well, so that's going to be very, very good for him also. I don't know. I mean, in my honest opinion, I think Arthur is very good. He counters the meta. I can't stress this enough. I know somebody in my comment section who was talking about PvE and PvP. This is for you. Don't get me wrong. King Arthur can be used in PvE. I'm not saying that he cannot. He can. But the main, like, PvE isn't as hard, right? Like, that's not what you're going towards, right? You're going towards PvP. That's like, PvP is like late game, right? So in PvP, I feel like he is a very good unit because he can stop debuffs. Red Slater, he counters Red Slater. Red Slater can't debuff you. Every Gother in the game has a debuff, I'm pretty sure. Maybe the green one doesn't, but the red and the blue one both have debuffs. Even Red Meliodas, Demon Meliodas has a debuff. King, Bond, almost every unit in the game has some sort of debuff. Well, most of them. So it's like he counters a lot of that, right? So it's going to be very good. He's going to be very good when it comes to PvP. I mean, you can use him in PvE if you want to, but he's probably not going to be that good. Not over a farmer like Bond or Hauser. But overall, I think it's a very good unit. I think he's very good. So, like I said in my should you summon, I think you should summon for these two units. They are very, very good. So anyways, that's going to be it for my video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys in the comment section below. That being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.